Hi, everybody. Welcome to This Week in Falmouth. I'm Michael.
And I'm Susan.
Hello, Susan.
Hi, Michael.
I
It's
got
another,
my red shirt memo today.
yep.
Yep.
It's another beautiful day in Falmouth.
Oh my God, it is beautiful. It's nice and
hmm
warm out there. It's
Yeah,
awesome.
it's
Yeah,
nice.
open a window or two.
Oh, yeah, let the fresh air in
Absolutely.
after a long winter.
Uh, yeah, a long winter with a face mask on top of
Yeah.
closed windows. So yeah, right?
One good
Breathe
thing
the
about the
air.
face mask, keeps your face warm.
That's true. I have to say, when we walk Ruby every day, I've said to Daria, I like having the mask, especially when I put my hood on and
Yeah,
go up. I feel like I'm like, you
yeah,
know, moon suit. It's kind of cool.
yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
All
So
right.
what's going on this week?
We're going to start off with the Falmouth Jewish congregation, which is doing an author talk today, actually, at 3 o'clock. This is The Third Daughter, a novel, a talk by Talia Carner. So it says, come learn how she based her novel on the true story of poor young women from Eastern Europe and Russia who were trapped into a life of prostitution in Argentina and Brazil in the
Hmm.
19th century, and how she combats sex trafficking today. And that's virtual by Zoom and free and open to the public. This evening from 7 to 8:30 p.m., Falmouth Museums on the Green is hosting a virtual talk, The Indomitable Florence Finch, with Robert Morazic. This is the untold story of a war widow turned resistance fighter and savior of American POWs. Her mother was Filipino, her father was an American serviceman, and she fell in love with a dashing American naval intelligence agent
Ooh,
at the end of the Second World War. When
nice.
her husband, Charles Bing Smith, was killed in battle, the mild-mannered housewife became a fervent resistance fighter.
Wow.
She died at the age of 101 in New York, and very few people knew that she was a Presidential Medal of Freedom recipient. In
Wow.
fact, her story has basically just come to light because, like every good spy, her lips were sealed.
I like it. That's great.
Yeah.
Neat story.
Yeah, it is. It's interesting, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
101. Yeah.
Yeah.
Tomorrow, Friday, March 12th, 10 to noon, the Center for Corporate and Professional Education is holding a Zoom class on Microsoft Forms and Power Automate. Learn to create surveys and quizzes and polls and more quickly and easily use forms. Learn more about your existing clients, gain a better understanding of your audience. Power Automate will help you to streamline your projects and workflow and boost productivity and data collection.
Nice.
So that's the Center for Corporate and Professional
Good
Education.
product. Learn
Yeah.
it, use it. It's nice.
This is an interesting one. Sandwich Heritage Museums and Gardens is having a virtual trivia night on Saturday, March 13th, 7 to 8 p.m. Bugs, Birds, and Bricks edition.
Ooh, bricks. How do they fit in there with
Bricks.
the bugs and the birds?
Heritage has teamed up again with local trivia legends, the Trivia Brothers, Brett and Nick Kunis, for an interactive virtual trivia night for the whole family. From the comfort of your own home, join the fun and test your knowledge, skill, luck, and ingenuity in a variety of fun ways.
Okay.
Features questions related to birds, bugs, and Legos. Include this is
There's
one
your
of their
bricks. Okay. Okay.
this is
Cool.
one of their exhibits there at the
I love it.
garden.
Okay.
Birds, Bugs, and Legos. Includes activity-based contests, scavengers hunts, and sneak peeks into their 2021 season. The winning team will receive free admission passes to Heritage.
Wonderful.
So you can go on our website or on their website to find out how to join, but you will need two devices, one device to do the Zoom by and one device to play the game with.
Nice.
So that's a virtual trivia.
Like
On Sunday, March 14th, the Cape Cod Symphony is doing a live virtual concert. This is a gift. In fact, it's called Simple Gifts for the community, which has supported them in these interesting times. It's something that will be aired live on Facebook or on a YouTube channel.
Okay.
And those links are on our website, falmouthchamber.com. The talented musicians of the Cape Symphony, led by Jung Ho Pak, will perform Aaron Copland's well-known suite from Appalachian Spring. Appalachian Spring is how it's pronounced, including the famous piece, Simple Gifts.
Nice.
This will be the first concert since February. And they're looking forward to performing. They will be performing live, but it will be streamed. Yeah.
Wonderful.
So Jay
Always
and
wonderful.
I think Jay and I are going to check that one out. Nice
It'd
for
be
a
well
Sunday
worth
afternoon.
checking out.
Yeah.
Nice.
March 15th through the 22nd on Mondays. That's two consecutive Mondays from 4 to 8 p.m. Cape Cod Community College is doing a hybrid class on ServSafe certification.
Okay. Yeah.
Designed for the initial certification of food service managers. It's an accredited program. Will prepare people for the ServSafe exam, which will be administered on the last day of class. So the first day will be Zoom, and the last day will be in person, so that you can take the exam. And of course, they're going to be doing all the social restrictions and masks and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, good time of year to be doing that if you're gonna, pursue that or continue in that industry this summer, which should be a hopping summer. We're hoping for that. So make sure you get that certification.
That's what I'm reading. Yeah, that's what I'm reading and hearing, that that reservations are up and
way up, as you know.
We're really anticipating a busy summer.
Yes, we are.
On Monday, March 15th, 7 to 8 p.m., Falmouth Museums on the Green will be presenting by Zoom Eleanor and Hick with Susan Quinn, the love affair that shaped a first lady. She came from Eleanor. Everyone knows Eleanor Roosevelt came from one of the nation's most powerful political families. And she married her distant cousin, Franklin Roosevelt, who took her straight to the White House. Lorena Hick, known as Hick, grew up in rural South Dakota and worked as a servant girl after escaping from an abusive home. They met, Eleanor and Hick, in 1932 when Eleanor entered the duty-bound existence of First Lady. And by that time, she had put her deep disappointment in her marriage behind her and developed an independent life. And she and Hick became fast and lifelong 30-year friendship. Also, there was a love affair there, and they inspired each other to right the wrongs of the turbulent era in which they lived. Yep, Eleanor and Hick. On Tuesday, March 16th, 7 to 8:30 p.m., Falmouth Museums on the Green will be presenting by Zoom the virtual talk On Account of Race with Lawrence Goldstone, the Supreme Court, White Supremacy, and the Ravaging of African American Voting Rights. This was the end of Reconstruction. 500,000 African Americans had registered to vote, but by 1906, less than 10% of those registrations remained. Beginning in 1876, the court systematically dismantled the equal protection guarantees of the 14th Amendment, at least for African Americans, and what seemed to be the guarantee of the right to vote in the 15th. The southern states used the grandfather clause, poll taxes, literacy tests, and anything else they could to block African Americans from voting, including violence. And many were terrified to go to the polls.
Wow, that's a
and so
high
this
percentage.
Is that story, huh?
That's a huge percentage. I never realized it was that high.
The huge percentage that were totally disenfranchised. Yeah. So anyway, this is award-winning constitutional law historian Lawrence Goldstone, who examines the case-based evidence to tell the story. And then finally, March 16th to April 27th on Tuesdays for 6 weeks from 7 to 8 p.m., Cape Cod Community College Center for Corporate and Professional Education is presenting a Zoom-based class, Medical Terminology online program. Medical terminology, essential course for anyone interested in pursuing a career in the medical profession, including billing or any other kind of the ancillary professions. It has a base in Latin and Greek prefixes and suffixes and words. Say that fast multiple times. And learning these words and language makes it easier to understand the material. And that's
right.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, easy for you to say.
You know some of that from your nursing past,
Oh,
right?
yes, I
Yeah,
certainly
I'm sure
do.
you're like,
I've taken a medical terminology course.
it's gonna be
Anatomy and
like,
physiology is filled with all of those words, and certainly all the other medical based
make
courses.
your head spin like Linda Blair in The
Yeah.
Exorcist, right?
Unless you like that stuff, which I did. So
Yeah, that's true. Although, you know, I mean, I remember in high school, Latin was one of the most popular subjects, foreign languages that people would take.
And yeah, when I was in school,
Really
it's the
was.
same thing. Latin was very, now I never got into the Latin craze, but I took Spanish, but but yeah, those, if I had taken Latin, it would have helped with some of those
With that medical terminology and all, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So it's kind of interesting. Things kind of come around, but
Yeah, yeah.
neat. Wow. Well, it sounds like there's a big selection of things to do, a lot of good, informative things to participate in.
Wide
Some pretty
variety.
interesting stuff. You know, the Eleanor Roosevelt story, you know, that kind of, you know, I've seen that. I think I might have seen some of that on American Biography and all. Always was fascinated with that story. So that would be kind of cool to follow up on that a little more.
Yeah.
So all of it sounds really great. Sounds like a good week. And
Yeah. And of course, all the exhibits that are ongoing, there's lots of art exhibits ongoing. Cahoon Museum of American Art opens on the 18th.
wow,
And
around the corner.
for the rest of March, their admission is free, and they have a couple of interesting exhibits that are going up.
Nice. And of course, we pick up an extra hour of sunlight at the end of the day after
Yeah.
this weekend. Plenty to do outside. The weather's
Yeah.
warming. I think it's going to cool, but I think we're out of the snow shovel mode.
Yeah,
Fingers crossed. We'll see. But yeah, so that's all great. And yeah, get outside if you can, take advantage of these things and make it
and
an
enjoy the
amazing
week.
week. Yeah. See ya.
Bye.